What's up, everybody? Faldron Rowan here. It has been 14 days since my last update, so it is time to hit you again with another startlingly awesome update into the game, into my account, and into my channel. So I'm going to cover the game updates first because this patch brought a lot of them. First, there's a new server that's up. That's going to be designed for new players, and new players on that server are able to have all these special perks to help them catch up. I will be doing a more detailed video on that later, where I'm going to step into the new server and see how it feels and give you an accurate summary of what a new player will go through. And then I'm also going to be doing a new player guide that'll come out tomorrow. So busy. But as for everyone's account, let's get into, for more veteran players, the new big thing is the auto run feature, which once this loads, if you look in the corner here, I've already run 5 today, but if you select continuous battle, your characters will basically auto. You don't have to press the auto button anymore, so you can press it, walk away, and farm materials that way. For a lot of us who are at the stage where you're just using your excess burgers to farm Anarchy, this is perfect. The one complaint that I do have on it would be I want a system that'll auto-use burgers. Now, I know it's not that hard to calculate, 20, 400, right? So I could eat burgers in anticipation, but I'd rather just auto-eat the burgers instead. And additionally, there should be a set number of runs that you can do. So if I wanted to do 10 runs, right? If I got up and walked away and did... if I set this to run, it's going to run 20 times. But I want it to only run 10, and then so that way I can go over here and run 10. So I do have to keep track of that. This is a feature that's in 7DS, which is the other game that I play, and you'll see sometimes on the channel, that I love. You can customize the auto run settings. You can auto-consume your stamina potions, and it just makes it a lot more of a fluid experience. But this is still great. It's still new. I hope to see those tweaks in the future. But for now, it'll definitely make do. It just makes it easier for me to watch anime while farming materials, to be completely honest. Next, we're going to go over, there are new bundles in the shop. So we head over here. There's a $50 bundle, a $20 bundle, a $100 bundle, and a $49.99 bundle. This one gives you an accessory. This one gives you enough for an exclusive equipment and to level it up to 4 stars. Do they go up to 5 or 6? I can't remember. No, level 40, not level 50. This one gives you a rune stone, a whole bunch of crystals, and some class materials. And then this one is just Trinity vouchers and crystals. For me, I'm not a big spender on the game, so these can go bye-bye. But I am looking at the $20 one and considering that. But there's not really any banners I want to summon on, which helps me transition to the next one. There are new heroes out. These are Tsubame and Florencia. They're both from Langrisser Reincarnation Tensei. The one thing that you will need to know about this banner is you pretty much have to draw both of them. And because it's not a raid up banner, or it's just a standard raid up banner, sorry, it's not a Destiny banner, you're not guaranteed to get one either. So you could burn a ton of summons on this and not get either of them. And if you get one of them, that's almost worse, because now you're obligated to pull to get the other. The two are basically linked to each other. It's the same way in the game, which you'll see because I'm doing a review on Langrisser Reincarnation Tensei. That'll be coming later, so keep your eyes peeled for that. The other big thing is the return of my favorite thing in the world, the additional Gate of Fate chances. I have already used all of mine up because I'm a terrible human being, but instead of 9, you get 18. I got really excited to see this morning and immediately ran them instead of saving them for the video, so whoops. The big news is my account now is that I got my Shelfaniel up to 6 stars, which means that her abilities have virtually no cooldown or 0 cooldown. Like I use Desiccate, which has no cooldown. which is awesome to be constantly spamming out AoE silence abilities on people. layer that with a Bozal, and I've been doing that in Arena, and it is brutal. I use Letitia, Shelfaniel, and Bozal, and I lay down the silence AoEs. They can't do anything. And then I send in my single target attackers and clean up. So right now, what I am working on is I'm still working on my juggler. I'm working now on Rachel, and I'm working on Deedlit. So those are the 3 that I'm focused, but with the additional points, I am adding in Listel, adding some more on Doreen, and last but not least, Mystery Knight. So I picked up Mystery Knight and Elucia on the last banner, but since I have all the pieces, I have Lanford and Landius, I'll be able to finish my Mystery Knight. The only thing I'm missing for Elucia is just Oliver, which I can get through the story. So I may build her up at some point too, but right now my focus is on getting my Rachel to 5-star, my juggler to 6, and then my Deedlit up to 6. And when Rachel's at 5-star, I'm going to flip over and start doing the Mystery Knight and polishing that off, because by the end of this, my Listel will be 4 stars. So I'll have a 4-star Listel. I'll have Reen at like 4.5, and then I'll be able to build up Mystery Knight. The debate for me has been between Mystery Knight and Lana, and Lana's a little bit of a better unit, but she has more common banners. So now they're going to be able to start pulling on banners that I already have. I can go fishing for dupes on her banner. So that's kind of why I made the decision to go that way instead. All right, so the last thing that I am going to be doing in my account this week is I can finally start to focus on Awakenings. So I just need to clear these chapters, which they're pretty easy. I've just been kind of lazy about doing it. I mean, this is level 61, and obviously my units are pretty beefy now. I'm at 35k with 1 Awakening. So I could definitely get a lot stronger if I factor in those Awakenings. So that's what my focus is, getting up my combat level there, or my power level, and going from there. Now, last but not least, we have the channel updates. So I have a series of new videos coming out. I am doing experiment on the new server to see how the new selection works. I'm going to be doing a promotion for the new server on a video called Now is the Perfect Time to Start Playing Langrisser. And I will also be doing, let's see this next script, a new player's guide, starting from the beginning, where I link resources, where I link other guides and materials that'll help out people while giving them a basic rundown of how the game functions. So I'm going to do that as a 3-part series. I'm going to do it as a level 0 to 25, and then a level 25 to level 60, and then a level 60 to 70 plus in a late game format. So we're going to have, you know, how to get through the early game, what to really focus on when you start, and then transition into mid-game where there's more available, what those look like, why you should be doing them, and then what late game looks like. And I can use my own account for that. But that'll be a series that will be coming out over time, so that may be something that you find useful. It may be something that you might even watch just to critique. But any critiques, criticism, what have you, is welcome. Please leave those comments too so that new players can see them. The goal of this is just to be a resource, and while I'm not typically a strategic individual, I usually focus on humor, I do want to put out some helpful content as well. The last thing about my channel that I wanted to say is I actually beat YouTube. They marked my last video as being inappropriate content, but after a brief argument with them regarding the video, I ended up getting it cleared. Now, the one downside is that my Hentethics episode 1 on Bible Black was at about 40 views in the first 45 minutes it was up, which is crazy good for me. A view per minute is like way beyond what my videos typically do. And then it got slapped with the inappropriate content warning, so it's no longer being promoted even though it's back, because it's not a new video and it's not in like the climbing category. So that's kind of irritating. So if you wanted to check that video out, it is back up if you did miss it in that first window. Thank you to everyone who did watch it and comment on it. That means a lot to me, because this was a new project I was trying and the feedback I got was incredible. So Thank you for that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.